Hi, and thanks for tuning in. My name is Shalimar Stechyshyn. I'm the Senior Business Analyst at M1 Consulting, and today I'm going to be talking to you about 4Ocean, a privately owned, for-profit company within the environmental services industry. Established in January of 2017, 4Ocean's mission is to remove trash from the ocean while inspiring individuals to work together for a cleaner ocean, 1 pound at a time. They focus on ocean sustainability, recycling awareness, they create global economies, and they advocate for Earth preservation. The company's core business is both a service and a product. The service is actually the removal of trash from the ocean through the sale of their product, which is a bracelet made from 100% recycled material. Each bracelet that the company sells funds the removal of 1 pound of trash from oceans and coastlines. Their head office is located in Boca Raton, Florida, but they have operated out of 26 countries worldwide. Their main customers can be found across the world and are individuals who want to make a difference for the environment and our oceans. Currently, 4Ocean ships to over 150 countries worldwide. The service that they provide, which is the actual removal of trash from the ocean, paves the path for a cleaner environment and a more sustainable ocean. And the bracelet, the product, reminds their customers that they had a part in removing trash from the ocean and symbolizes their commitment to a cleaner environment and a more sustainable ocean. 4Oceans is considered a part of the environmental service industry. More specifically, it falls into the segment of nature and landscape protection services. The World Trade Organization defines this segment as services that aim to protect coastlines, drylands, like oceans, waters, and their respective fauna, flora, and habitats. According to the Global Environment Outlook on North America, it is estimated that 4.8 to 12.8 billion tons of plastic alone enter our oceans every year from land-based sources. Some items that would fall into this category would be like shopping bags, like plastic sheet covers, plastic bottles, domestic plastic, and all of these plastics are just such a huge problem for our marine life and our oceans. Like, we depend on our oceans for survival. Our global population is currently hovering around 7.3 billion people. By 2050, that number is expected to rise to 9.7 billion people. Imagine how much garbage is going to be produced and how much garbage is going to be going into our oceans. Something really needs to be done. Therefore, the economic outlook of this segment looks strong. More jobs are going to be produced, and more focus is going to have to be put on the environment and prevention if we want to be able to sustain such a large population. To illustrate how strong the economic outlook looks for this segment, I'm going to give you a little example. According to Eurostat estimates, employment in Europe's environmental economy rose from 2.8 million full-time jobs in 2000 to 4.2 million jobs in 2014. That jump is enormous. In the environmental service industry, I wouldn't say there's really any competitors, as we're all working together to better the environment and the planet. However, not everyone may have this view. Some may look at it like, 4Oceans is still a company and they need to make a profit, etc. So I bet you there's one company that comes to mind when you think about sustainability or bettering the environment, and I bet you that company is probably Tentree. Tentree's mission, how they work, is every piece of clothing that they sell, 10 trees get planted. To date, they have sold over 2 million items of clothing and have planted over 20 million trees. That's pretty incredible. And they launched in 2012. So compare this with 4Oceans. They've already removed almost 800,000 pounds of trash from the ocean, or you can think of it as they've almost sold 800,000 bracelets, since one bracelet equals 1 pound. And they launched in 2017. So, both numbers are very equally impressive, but when you compare their growth rates, it's blatantly obvious that 4Ocean has grown at a much faster rate since both companies have launched. The most influential environmental force that has the ability to either allow the environmental industry to flourish or flounder would have to be social forces. Social forces are the demographic characteristics of a population and its values. Right now, environmental companies may be growing at an impressive rate, but the values of a society can change in an instant. Another influential environmental force would be economic forces. How would a company survive if the population stops buying their products, maybe due to like low household income or anything along those reasons? So what would be the outcome of a company? It would likely have to shut down if nobody's buying their products. So now I'm going to shift gears and talk about the marketing mix. The marketing mix consists of the 4 P's, so that's product, price, place, and promotion. So when you look at 4Oceans, the product itself is a service, which is removal of trash from the oceans, but there's also a tangible product, which is their bracelet. The price is $20 and the place, it's a global company, so really it's worldwide for the place. And then in terms of promotion, they really make use of social media. So I would say social media is their means of promotion and getting in communication with their consumers. So when you look at demonstrating positive ethical behavior or corporate social responsibility, what 4Ocean really does is they recognize that there's an environmental problem out there. There's so much trash going into our oceans and they really want to make a difference. So that's like good morals, good principles. They're actually taking the money that they get and funding the removal. There's like a paper trail, there's proof. They're just a great company all around. And then in turn, this, as a consumer, you can see all the positive outcomes and it really makes you want to support their business. So now I'm going to be doing a SWOT analysis of 4Ocean. So I'm going to start on the left-hand side here. We've got the internal factors and a strength, so a favorable factor. There's excellent branding through social media, and they provide customers with a reward essentially. For every $20 that they spend, they get a tangible product, just like a reminder that they supported their ocean cleanup efforts. And so those are really favorable strengths that are internal because they're controlling that. They're the ones who are branding and they're the ones who are providing a product to their consumers as a reminder and in appreciation for their support. An internal weakness would have to be they have to have a steady stream of specialty employees such as captains, etc., to see that the project actually goes through. So that's an unfavorable weakness. They have to have specialty employees. In terms of a favorable external opportunity, there's a huge demand right now to remove trash from the oceans. There's garbage patches floating in the oceans and really something needs to be done, and people are starting to realize the need to save our oceans. So this is a great opportunity for a company like 4Oceans to come in and really do something about it. An external threat would be competitions with other companies who are trying to better the environment as well, such as Tentree. You might have a consumer looking at, oh, do I want to support Tentree or do I want to support 4Ocean? And another external weakness or threat, you could say, would be the movement is not reaching the entirety of the global population yet. Not everyone's on social media, so people might not know about it. In conclusion, 4Ocean is really a great company and it's worth investing in them. They're doing a great thing for our environment, they're cleaning up our oceans, and they're really making the future of our population possible because we need our oceans in order to survive. So thank you very much for tuning in, and again, invest today. Thank you.